Hi, my name's Josh. I'm from the GPK group. Today we're going to be showing you how to export footage from your Hikvision DVR. Now right here we have a Hikvision DVR. It might look different to the model that you have. It's all dependent on the model that you are using. However, all Hikvision DVRs have similar features. And the ones that we're going to focus on today are mainly the USB ports at the front of the unit, which you'll be using to plug in USB devices to export the footage from. There are also USB ports at the back of the unit. They are usually used for peripherals such as a mouse. This tutorial will be if you have a monitor and a mouse connected directly to the unit and you want to export footage from the unit, this is what this tutorial will cover, that procedure. Currently what we're looking at is a single camera from the Hikvision DVR. If you have the DVR connected to a monitor, you're going to see something similar. You might see multiple cameras or a single camera depending on what you're looking at in your live view. But at any stage, if we need to make changes, if you have a mouse connected, you can right click and you can get the right click menu. So what we're going to do is click the menu button, and what you're going to be presented with initially is the login screen. Now what I'm typing in here is not the password for your specific DVR. If you don't know what that is, please contact GPK. So currently what we're looking at is the main menu, and to export footage from the DVR to a USB drive, we need to select export, and you'll be presented with the export screen. Now I'm going to go through each step of the way, so if it looks intimidating, just watch this and we'll get through it together. So the first section is all the cameras. You're going to see every single camera listed and checked by default. What this will do, if you leave this all checked, is that once we go through all the other settings and hit export, it's actually going to export footage of each camera into a separate file. In some cases, you're going to need that. You're going to need footage from all the cameras. However, majority of the time, you're only going to need 1, 2, 3, just a few cameras to be exported. So, but in this example, I'm only going to select one camera. So I just uncheck these two, which will uncheck all the cameras, and I'm going to select the one that I want to export. And let's go through here. The first line item here is just a summary of what the settings we've selected down here, so ignore that. Record type is normal. It's 9 times out of 10, it's always going to be normal. Ignore this. The next one we're going to go to is record type. Now, let me click on this. It's going to show us all the record type options. Say if you have a request from law enforcement or whoever, let's just say they say I need footage from 5 p.m. on a Wednesday and till 5 p.m. the next day, and I want all the camera feed, all the footage from that time. Then all is what we'll select, or continuous, but all does that as well. However, if they say I want footage from 5 on a Wednesday till 5 the next day. However, I only want footage from when there's movement on the cameras. So if say close of shop is 10 p.m. and they just want to see anything that happens after hours, you'd select 10 p.m. and then you'd select motion and alarm. And what that will do is only export footage where there was motion. And not just footage of just nothing happening. However, for this example, I'm just going to select all because I haven't configured the DVR to track motion. I'm just recording all footage. And if you want to be safe, all's the way to go. Okay, next item. File type, we can ignore file type. You can leave that as all just for this example. Start time and end time, this is probably the more important aspect of it. let's click on this calendar here, and we're going to be presented with the calendar view. This is where you set how much footage should be exported. So in this example, I'm going to select the 5th of April, which is a Wednesday, and say I want it to start the export from, say, 5 p.m. So this is a 24-hour clock. So 5 p.m. and I want to export till for just an hour's footage. So I'm just going to do that. All right, so 1 hour's footage after 5, from 5 till 6. Let's change this date to the same date, because if we had it left on the 6th, it's actually going to export from 5 p.m. on the 5th all the way till 6 p.m. on the 6th. So I just want an hour's footage, so I'm going to select the same day. Now, that's basically it. There are 2 options from here. We can just click Quick Export. What that'll do is when we click that, it'll pop up a box, ask us where we want to export to. And once we hit go, it's just going to export that footage to the key without us looking at it or checking it in any way. If you wanted to check what footage is going to be exported before you export it, the next option is to click search, and I'm going to do that now. And it's going to bring up the date range on that camera that we selected, and it's got a little preview here. If I wanted to play back that footage and just have a look what it is, I click the play button. It opens a little window, and now we're actually looking at a recorded footage of from 5 p.m. on the Wednesday. And see, I can skip through that footage. I can see, oh, yep, this is the right footage. All good. This is what I want to export. So I hit close. And then from here, I can export. If you selected multiple cameras, there'll be multiple lines here of all the different cameras, and you can click each one and hit the play button and have a look if that's the right one. And then you can just check the cameras that you actually want from here and then hit the export. Or if you wanted to export everything in this list without having to check each box, you can click export all. So I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to click export all. Before we do that, though, what we have to do first is insert our USB drive into the DVR. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, now that the USB drive's plugged in, I can click export or export all in this case. And here it shows the device name. If you had multiple USB drives plugged in, it would have them listed, but I've only got one. You can you can plug in small USB keys like the ones you get at Officeworks, the small ones, and you can also plug in hard drives as well, as long as they don't require too much power. You can plug in large hard drives as well, and the Hikvision should recognize that. If there's other junk or other files on that USB drive, they'll be listed here. We actually have the option to click format. When we click on that, we can select the file system. You'd nearly always select NTFS and hit OK when you're done. And what that'll do is actually format the drive and wipe everything from it. So be careful with this format button, because it will delete everything off the key, but it's a handy thing if you don't want to have to plug it into your computer and delete all the files manually. You can just do it right here from the Hikvision. So now that we've got that selected, we can create a new folder if we want to and name it something if we wanted, but I'm just going to click export. And now it's going to export that hour's footage to that USB drive. So what's going to come up is a process bar on the screen. There we go. Okay, the export has finished. So I'm going to click OK. And now it's going to show us what's on the USB drive. As we can see, there is the video file. It's about 1 gigabyte in size, and it also includes a player.exe, which is a player, and this player is being certified by Hikvision to play back that footage, and it will be required to be on the key if submitting this if submitting this recordings as evidence. So now we're going to take that key out of the NVR and actually plug it into a computer and just see what it looks like there and see how we can play that back. Okay, now we're on my PC. I've plugged the USB drive into the PC, and now I'm going to show you how to play back the footage that we've exported to the USB drive. So let's go to File Explorer, and on the side here, E drive, E colon, is the USB key, and as you can see, we have the actual video file itself and the player that was saved to the USB key. Okay, so if you've got playback software already installed on the PC, such as VLC Player, you can just double click that file and it will start playback. You can scrub through the footage quite easily and quickly. However, if you don't have a playback software installed, Hikvision do include that player, and that player still needs to be there if you're exporting this for legal purposes. So if we double click that exe, it will launch the included player. And there's multiple ways to open this file. We can go File, Open, select the MP4 file that way. We can drag the MP4 file from the Explorer into the player window and let go, and it will open the file, allowing us to scrub through the footage as well. And then another option is to drag the MP4 file on top of the player.exe, let go of the mouse button, it will open the player and the file at the same time, again letting us scrub through the footage. And yeah, so I hope that this video helps you better understand how to export footage directly from the Hikvision DVR, and then once exported, view the footage on a PC. So I hope that helps. Thanks for watching.